So Celestia basically decouples consensus from execution. So in today's video, we will be explaining what Celestia is all about, why this project is so hyped, and all that. So if you look at the information information world before now, as regards the internet, if you want to deploy a website, you have to host it at home or at some of the university. That has some drawbacks. You have to be watching it every time, and you have to have some technical skills and the rest of them. But it was a little bit efficiently, but it was not scalable. And that brought the need for shared hosting. We had the likes of Bluehost and the HostGator, where you share resources with other people in the network. But with the likes of cloud computing, you can easily spin up a server on AWS or Azure, or even Google Cloud, and you are rest assured that you have a dedicated machine that will run your apps without any hassle. If you come to blockchains, before now, blockchains were made to do specific things, while the likes of Bitcoin and the rest of them. And then came smart contract layers like Ethereum that wants to put everything in one, all the world assets in one place. You can see it's not scalable. And then we're talking about Celestia. So with Celestia says, why not we create specific applications for a specific blockchains for applications? And you can easily spin up a blockchain. And that's what Celestia is all about. So let's talk about the evolution of consensus and what is consensus and what is execution. So consensus is very simple. Consensus is, in a simple term, is how do we order transactions? How do we agree on transactions? That is consensus. Execution is basically how do we get things done. So a person puts a request to transfer tokens from their wallet to another wallet. That is execution. Consensus is how do we agree that transaction is actually valid. So before now, blockchains were made to do the two, but that is not scalable. So I took this picture, credit to this guy on Twitter. That's the handle Folly Fox. He actually puts up this note. So we have in the design of blockchains. I'm no expert in the field. I leave that to the experts. So they how they call the monolithic design and then the modular design. So monolithic design is basically putting everything inside one place. Modular design basically says we separate it into modules. And those who have experience. Okay, so can you come in and explain modules like in developing applications?
As a developer, if you want to build a big project, that you have to make sure your project is in modules. One, it will encourage more developers to work on it. Secondly, it will make you it enables you to be able to complete the project. So one model is breaking your project into section or building a different system. Let's say, for example, you are building a school website, a school's app or website. So we have different systems. You have to build a system for students to register. You have to build a
I think we lost him. Yeah, you can continue. Thank you. So I think this guy on Twitter did a very good job by doing comparison, like you said. A monolithic architecture is you putting everything in one place. Modular has to do with specialization. It says, okay, this is for the cards, this one is for payments, this one is for this and that. So with Celestia, it takes the modular approach towards shared security. So if you say what is blockchain, for example, you cannot do without consensus in blockchain, because somebody can easily create tokens from nowhere and do anything with it. So there has to be that security. And if you want to build your own blockchain, one of the constraints people have is, okay, is it going to be interoperable? Meaning, can I easily connect with other networks and bridge my token with other networks? But then again, other challenges, can I get people to run nodes, like blockchain nodes, validator nodes? And that is where the stuff is. So, but in order to remove all those, Celestia will be like AWS. So what you just need to do, you just need to spin up a server. Just like I'm trying to put it in simple sense. You say my application specific chain is want to be this. You spin up your chain and then you're good to go. So the execution layer is divided into two steps. We'll have the data availability layer. So anytime you want to call for if a particular data is available, there's a layer for that. And then we have the settlement layer. That is if you want to do transactions and all that. So there are kinds of nodes on your network. I will explain that. We have validator nodes, we have full nodes, we have partial nodes, and then we have light nodes. So because there is no execution and there is data sampling, Celestia can scale more better than modular blockchains. And anyone with something like a mobile phone can run a sampling client, and they will be able to get access on the network. So it will just be like you have the likes of uTorrents. So the more nodes join the network, the more users join the network, the more it's scalable, like BitTorrent for shipping files. So I guess you've used BitTorrent before. And there is something about BitTorrent. The more people use it, like seed files, the faster it is. So it's a very good one. So the Celestia stack, some of the previous I'll be doing so far. We have the Celestium. So Celestium, these are technical stuff, but it's basically trying to compare the best of, take the best of Ethereum, take the best of Celestia, and then build application specific chains for those who want. And then we have SevMos. So EVMOS basically is Ethereum plus Cosmos. So taking the best of Ethereum and Cosmos, though they were supposed to launch, but they're having some issues. And then you take with EVMOS, people could build things like with stuffs like zero knowledge proofs, things like optimisms and all the rest of them, and build layer 2 chains that can have shared security with everyone. So that is what the SegMost partnership is all about. And then you can also spin up a blockchain that this does not have any part of Ethereum or SegMost. So there is currently a devnet that is live. A testnet is prepared, and then there was some launch. A token distribution will be announced. Can you talk about the utility? We're going to talk. Okay, so here are some of the investors: Nokia Capital, Interchain, and a host of other people. So let's talk about the team. The team, Nick White is a Chief Operations Officer. He's a co-founder of Harmony. You can even see it in his t-shirt. Mustafa Al-Basham, and there is my coffee. The team, some of the founders, they built a platform that was acquired by Facebook called ShaneSpace. Some of the avatars, like Bella, co-founder of Libra. Enter Bookman worked on Cosmos. I think the Cosmos co-founder. Zaki Mania worked on IBC, Inter-Blockchain Communication Protocol. And this is if you want to find more information about the project. So there is no information right now around tokens. So if you find information around that, I think it's a scam, and you should be on the outlook. So what will be your general outlook of this project? Do you think it's something that can actually scale because it's not yet in production? Or what is your view? Somebody was actually saying it's not actually the best of technologies that gets adopted, but it's not the best of technologies that actually succeed, but that which is adopted. Just like I think 2020, when Ethereum gas fees were launched, and the Binance Smart Chain just came, they didn't do anything, they just tweak some of the codes, reduce some of the validators, and then they were offering ship fees, and people were like complaining, oh, Binance Smart Chain is this, is that, but it works. People were using it, and because at the end of the day, it's like saying, for example, if you create a solution, even in the real world, something like an app, and it's not affordable, people will not pay. And let's say, for example, the app is something that will take, like for Binance Smart Chains, if you want to use it, if you're from Africa or places like Latin America and all that, you want to do an Ethereum, you want to do a simple one, you basically be using your 1 month salary just to pay transaction fees, and just to do one trade. It's not really scalable, right? So it becomes a very, very big problem. So great things await Celestia Network. There are many doing similar things in this space, apart from Celestia, but in different flavors. We have the likes of Avalanche with their subnets, creating different networks. We have the likes of Polkadot, where they separate execution from the network. So Polkadot is the layer 0, which is called the relation, and with the relation, it has this thing called parallel networks. So parallel networks are all like in Celestia. So you can take the parallel network can do anything. It can be for gaming, it can be for anything. Or with all that's coming up with Cosmos, where they will have shared security. And even Ethereum is trying to have it's in many flavors. You can say shards and the rest of them. So the era of monolithic networks are over, where you just put everything inside one network. That era is over. The era we are actually transitioning into is specialization. So specialization, they will have shared security. So it's like saying in an office, just imagine, for example, there's no in current network design, there are no efficiency. So let's take, for example, in an office, everybody does. There's nobody does. Everybody does security. Everybody does claiming. Everybody does bookkeeping. Everybody does sales. Everybody does. But how about we have a section where we designate and say, okay, this group of people, all you just have to do is provide security first. Okay, this group of people, your function is to do bookkeeping. I think there will be more efficiency in such a network. It's okay. Thank you very much for being our guest.